Hi guys, welcome to Soul Connections. I'm your host, Jo Labbé, here with Star Nations Radio Network. I'm so glad to see so many of you in the house already. Hi Rob, how you doing? Love that you always start me off with what you know, Jo. It always gets me smiling, so thank you for that. We are here on this Wednesday evening to create some change in our lives. And so I'm inviting you guys all to, think about what you would like to shift in your own lives, because that's what we're going to do tonight. And I'm just going to check in with people. Hello, Ryan, and good afternoon. I'm sure it's funny for me. It's, 7 o'clock at night, and I know for others of you, it's the afternoon. So welcome. Hi, Cindy Lynn. Nice to see you again. I'm glad you're here this evening. This is a time for you to choose things that you would like to shift in your life, things that you might want to heal, and it can be emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual. And when I use the word mental, I know some people get a little triggered by that word, and I mean patterns or thoughts or beliefs that you know are really causing you difficulty. Anything like that, you are able to shift with this soul connection healing this evening. Hello, Kimberly. Nice to see you in the house. Always nice to see the cute little babies too. I love seeing that picture of Sophia and Bodhi. I just want to squeeze them both, so I can't wait to see them soon. So as you are, we're gearing up for this evening. This is a healing meditation. If you haven't participated before, basically for you on the receiving end, it will be just like any meditation. I will be guiding you through what to do and how to do it. I will be channeling the information from the divine. So you will be hearing me say certain things. Hi, Julianne. So I just saw Julianne say, yes. Oh, good. Sophia, Bodhi, and Rich are here. Nice. I'm glad the whole family's around. Julianne, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I will give you a little heads up on how this will go. Ryan, you don't know that difference between afternoon and evening. Well, afternoon, I think, goes until a certain point, maybe 4 or 5, depending on who you are. And so I'm all the way into evening because it is 7 p.m. now. And Cindy Lynn is saying hello to Julie and laughing at Ryan for knowing the difference. And he said, no, I really don't know the difference. So it doesn't matter. Whatever time you are in and however you're in it, it's completely fine. We are going to do what's called the soul connection. That's how they've been describing it to me. And by they, I mean my guides and my spiritual team. And what happens is as we go through the meditation, we are moving divine energy from the top of our head all the way down through our feet. And as we do that, think of it as an MRI scan, except in the scan, you're actually doing healing work. Oh, nice. So Cindy Lynn is telling me, that Ryan is her youngest son, and that's why she can give him baloney. Yes, us moms can call our children on the carpet pretty easily, which is really cute. So in this healing, as we are doing it, I am being used as a channel, and as such, the healing works through my body. So you are going to hear me make clearing noises. They can sound a little bit like burps, and sometimes they can sound a little bit like miniature squawks. So far on the show, I haven't made any loud noises, but you never know. Hello, Mary Ellen. Glad you are here and joining in the banter that we have going on in the chat room. So as we do this healing, we get to move things that are giving us difficulty. Like I said, you might have some physical pain that you're having trouble with. Sometimes people have back pain or hip pain, knee pain, or they've been having headaches. And you can set the intention for that energy to be cleared. You may be having some emotional difficulty because, you know, this is a really tough time that we're not having really spring forward as much as we need it. And many of us are feeling, you know, sun deprived, which can cause, you know, some depressive energy to come in, some depression. And so when that happens, you know, we want that emotional energy to move so that we can feel bright on the inside. And so that may be occurring for you. In terms of the mental patterns, you know, a number of us paid taxes in this week. And so maybe we have some money difficulties. We create money angst. And maybe that is something that's really impeding you in your life right now. And how cool is it to be able to release that? So you can set a focus or an intention, or you can just allow the clearing to happen as it does. And just know that some things are going to shift and some things are going to move for you as part of that. And as we go through this, you know, as I was saying, I am going to be making some clearing noises. And those noises are an indication that energy is moving for the group. And the interesting thing is it can be the group in this moment, and it's also for the group who will watch in the future. So we are pulling the time together so that as soon as people watch this, whenever it is, they will be completely within the vibration of the healing work here. So this is not something you have to watch completely live, because the vibration comes through my voice and through my essence, and it will do the healing whenever you watch it. It also gives you the opportunity to watch it again if you feel like you still need some shifting. You know, later on the week, something comes up. So Cindy Lynn wanted to make sure to say good evening to Neshi. I am saying good evening as well. And whenever Neshi's in the house, she is a beautiful reminder to say, please, please like or love and share this broadcast. That is how, you know, Facebook will allow it to be seen more often. And by more people, it allows our reach to expand. And so we can get more people because, you know, there's a lot going on the planet, and there's a lot of people who could use some love and healing attention. And how great are they when you are able to, you know, share that gift forward to somebody, even if you don't know them, because you don't know who's going to click on and watch at any given time. Oh, thank you, Rob. So Rob said these meditations are good shift. Yeah, they really are. And I even get to experience it as well. You know, I am the conduit, and as it goes through me, I'm shifting my own stuff at the same time, because we all have things to clear. It doesn't have to be in the current moment. It could be things from our past. Say you had a car accident like 3 years ago, and you're still carrying some fear attached to that. You can release that in this moment. You don't have to carry that fear forward. You're not going to lose the lessons that you had from being in that car accident, but you don't have to carry the fear energy with you, or anger or resentment, whatever you may be holding on to. Thank you, Cindy Lynn, for already sharing. And thank you for saying that you agree. I really appreciate that. This is very much my spiritual purpose, is to really share the healing with as many people as I can, because as our planet shifts, we need to shift. And the best way to do that is to begin to take care of ourselves and heal ourselves. Because when we're in a more healed place, then we are able to help other people get there as well. So it's really empowering to all of us. So I'm going to invite you to get yourself comfortable. We're about to start the meditation. So you want to be sitting or laying down. And as you do so, you want your legs and your arms to be uncrossed. That will keep your circuits wide open. Oh, thank you, Molly. Glad to see you. So if you are sitting on the floor, some people ask about the lotus position. You have to be very, very balanced. Each leg has to be exactly even. So if you're concerned, you can just stack one leg on top of each other like this, and that will keep the circuit open. A closed circuit actually can send the energy back up and kind of ricochet like a pinball machine. So let's keep it as open and as grounded as we can. And we're going to invite in the divine, however we perceive that, to come in and surround and protect us in a bubble of infinite love and infinite light.
Yeah.
And we may also want to create a second bubble to encompass the entire room or the space that we are in.
Yeah.
Just so we may feel a little more safe and secure and protected, knowing that all healing work is done for the good of all and harm to none, including ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to call in your divine spiritual team. So whether that is angels or guides, your ancestors, your animal totems, any divine beings or star beings that you connect with, bring your whole team in to support you through your healing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to begin to call in the divine energy, however you perceive that, whether it is God or Goddess, Creator, oneness, universe, all that is, however you uniquely combine your energy with the divine, please take a moment to call that energy in for yourself.
Yeah.
And you may notice the energy above your head as light, tingling, heat, cold, pressure, or you may experience nothing at all but simply a knowing that the divine is here to help you with your healing this evening.
Yeah.
And as the energy begins to come in through the top of your head, just allowing yourself to release any swirling thoughts or beliefs that may be spinning there, any to-do lists, things that you have to do or did do.
Yeah.
Calling back into your energy body any parts of you that are distracted. Stretched out into the future, worrying about what will be, or holding on to the past about what was. Just really bringing your energy into this moment right now.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And really allowing the energy to come in and begin to shift any perceptions, ideas, or beliefs that are impacting you in this moment, causing difficulty for you in your life, in your relationships.
Yeah.
And giving you a little space for some clarity to connect more fully with your intuition, to be able to hear more clearly the messages being given to you by the divine or shown to you by the divine.
Okay.
Also clearing the energy so that you may be heard in your authentic truth. And so you may hear others as well.
Yeah.
For in the expanse of communication, we are able to share so much more when we are able to stand in our personal truth rather than our reactive truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now really clearing the energy in the throat, any coughs that are lingering there.
Yeah.
But any ways that you have been unable to use your voice. Allowing space for all of the words you've said in anger or received in anger to gently dissipate. Releasing any blame or shame from that.
Yeah.
And really opening the pathways of self-expression. All the ways that you are uniquely you.
Yeah.
And really holding space that by becoming who you are granting permission to others to do the same. So that we may each be as unique as the beautiful snowflakes in the depths of winter.
Yeah.
And gently easing the tension and the stress that you may be carrying in the back of your neck, the burdens and the worry that may be causing pressure to you. All the things that you have carried for others.
Yeah.
For those times when you said yes, when you meant no. Releasing the weight of all of that energy just for the moment so that you can breathe fully and freely in your own body, in your own space.
Yeah.
And then gently allowing the energy to begin to move into your heart and your lungs. Releasing any old grief or disappointment that you may be hanging on to.
Yeah.
Any sadness and any event that might need forgiveness or compassion for yourself, for others. Just breathing love and light into those spaces. No need to release that event. Just being gentle with yourself in this moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And accessing your beautiful inner child in the upper right chamber of your heart. And really filling that child with love and nurturing energy, that joy and wonderment that they hold, allowing that to surface.
Yeah.
Releasing your child from any wounds or any events that it may be carrying for you. And just really holding their energy in love and support.
Yeah.
And moving into the lower right chamber of the heart where our inner adult is located. And really allowing that adult to drop all of the busy doing. And allowing it to just be for the moment. Releasing some of the overburdened responsibilities that it may be carrying. All of the doing that it may be holding on to rather than the being.
Yeah.
And then moving into the lower left chamber of the heart, where our inner warrior resides. And really sending love and light to our warrior that allows us to take action on things that are important for us. And finding a way for our warrior to do so from the strength of peace. Being open, being vulnerable, but being steadfast in our beliefs. In that which serves our truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Moving into the upper left chamber of our heart where our sage elder resides. That wise one that we have carried from each and every lifetime.
Yeah.
That holds all of the wisdom of all of the ages that we have ever been in. And that when we open our communication and our energy with our wise one, we then can access that information whenever we need it.
Yeah.
And allowing the breath of life to clear the lungs, releasing any stuck energy that we've held on to there, anything that needs to detox or cleanse from our lungs.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the ways we've held our breath or breathed in unhealthy things.
Yeah.
And moving into the belly, into the solar plexus, and really cleansing and clearing any anxiety, stress, or overwhelm that we may be carrying for ourselves or that we may have inadvertently picked up and begun to clear for another.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And take a moment to ask yourself, is this energy mine? And if it is not yours, simply release it, because it is not yours to hold for another.
Yeah.
Gently allowing it to dissipate, returning back to the light.
Yeah.
And clearing away the pockets of anger or fear, frustration, judgment, assumptions, resentment, all of that, any of that you may be holding on to, just really allow it to gently release and ease. For all of those things put stress on our organs and make them work too hard,
Yeah.
which over time can lead to dis-ease.
Yeah.
Really taking a moment to find the energy of yourself, the part of you that carries your self-worth, your self-esteem.
Yeah.
And allowing anything that is causing you to feel less than or more than in the ego energy, really allowing that to dissipate so that you may feel the divine energy that you are and share that with others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Releasing any depression, any feelings that squeeze your emotions tight.
Yeah.
Breathing love and light and acceptance into those spaces.
Yeah.
And moving into your lower belly. And really clearing the energy of your emotions. Allowing yourself a moment to feel all of your feelings. Feeling the joy and the ecstasy, the sadness, the anger, with no judgment, just simply being in the flow of your emotions.
Yeah.
Knowing that emotions are simply our radar, our indicators of what is okay with our spirit.
Yeah.
And also clearing the energy of all of our relationships with others, with ourselves, even with objects and things like food and alcohol and drugs and the internet and shopping.
Yeah.
Bringing our energy back to center. So that we can find resilience within ourselves.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And sharing that resilience with others. Empowering them to be their authentic self as well.
Yeah. 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 yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then moving the energy into your first chakra, into the tailbone and the legs and the feet, really clearing away the foundation. All of the energy around your tribe, your family, your finances, your safety, and your security, allowing all those things to really clear and come back into balance for you.
yeah,
Clearing any low back pain, any hip pain, any knee pain, foot, ankle. We each will hold stuck first chakra energy in a different space, in a different place.
yeah, yeah,
And anywhere you may be feeling pain or tightness or constriction, just invite the divine light to go to that exact spot and gently dissolve and disintegrate it. There's no need to know what it is, just simply that it is stopping you from flowing your energy fully.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And now imagining that you have a giant cord, a connection from your first chakra all the way down to Mother Earth. You may see it as a giant cord that actually plugs into the, the center of the earth. You may sense it as a giant tube that goes through all the layers, or you may even feel roots of a tree beneath your feet.
yeah,
And those roots are all there to expand you and strengthen your connection to the earth.
yeah,
And really allow your roots or your cord or your connection to go all the way to the very molten lava center of the earth, where the heartbeat of the Earth Mother is located. The original energy of creation that she holds right in the center for us. And allowing all that you've released to go there to be composted into beautiful new energy for the entire planet. New food, new water, clean air, all of that simply because you are willing to release all that you are this day.
yeah,
And now we're going to call up the earth energy, the nurturing mother energy, the divine mother energy, to fill in all of the places where we have released energy. And as it begins to come up our roots and up the cords, you may start to feel the warmth or the thickness of the energy as it comes to fill in, beginning at our feet. And I experience this as a warm golden honey, filling those places with sweetness, love, compassion, and understanding. Filling in all the cracks and crevices we may feel within ourselves. Restoring and repairing as it moves up our legs. Begins to come in through the hips and fills the whole pelvic floor like a giant bowl of nurturing energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then allowing that to fill in your belly. Filling and supporting all of the organs that help you be as a human being. And filling our cup of self-worth until it is overflowing.
Yeah.
Because we are worth more than we could ever imagine to the universe and to the divine.
Yeah.
And calling that energy up into the heart and the lungs and the spine. Knowing that with the spine we are fully supported.
Yeah.
The divine literally has our back. So we don't have to try so hard. We can just allow the energy to flow and our life to flow with ease and grace and gratitude.
Yeah.
And as the heart fills, just feeling the warmth and the nurturing energy of unconditional love for ourselves, for our inner child, our inner adult, our inner warrior, and our inner sage. Allowing that energy to gently overflow and in such a way that it moves down our shoulders, down our arms, and fills our hands. So that everything we touch can hold this nurturing divine energy.
Yeah.
Allowing the energy to move up our shoulders, giving us strength and support, and moving up our neck, filling in all those pockets for our self-expression and for our voice to be spoken and heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And filling in all those places in our jaw, in our throat, in our sinuses, in our brain, in our head, just really allowing every single part of our head to be nurtured and supported in this moment.
Yeah.
Supported in our self-expression, our uniqueness, and in our own spiritual connection. And as it reaches the top of the head, just allow it to overflow out of the crown and cascade over your body like a giant fountain. And as it does that, it will begin to repair the layers of the aura,
Yeah.
filling any tears and cracks that you may have there. Knowing that repairing the aura repairs your immune system. It strengthens boundaries for you in your physical and emotional life. It helps you to have clarity in your purpose and in your being. And it creates a strong personal bubble for you to walk through your life with.
Yeah.
So that you are lovingly held in your personal container.
Yeah.
And now taking a moment to send the energy of gratitude to the earth for lovingly supporting us here on this planet, and to the divine spiritual team that has been here to support you through this healing. Knowing that as above, so below. Really giving yourself a few breaths, allowing your energy to ebb and flow and expand.
Yeah.
And now take a couple of deep breaths, and in each breath allow any extra energy to blow out your mouth or to go down your feet into the ground, however you feel most comfortable. Releasing the last bit of energy that you no longer need.
Yeah.
And really thank your spiritual team for being here, your angels and your guides and your ancestors, whoever was here loving and supporting you through this healing. All right, lovely. So I hope that was helpful for some of you this evening. If you had any difficulty with the meditation, know that my spiritual team often will, if you weren't able to receive it in this moment, they will come visit you and help your spiritual team give you the healing when you're sleeping, because sometimes our ego won't let us get out of the way and receive. And so if you would like that to happen, they will do that at night for you as well. And, you know, that is just a way for you to know you didn't miss it if you had difficulty. Rob said, wow. So I'm taking it that Rob is back. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Rob. So the second part of the show, or the end of the show, is, while I'm still sort of in that open channel of energy, I will pull cards for people who would like them. So if you would like a message or a reading through the cards, all you have to do is type in yes, please into the comments. And if you're watching this in the future, you can still type in yes, please, because I will pull a card for you and type it into the comments. So I pay attention to this feed for a number of days. So you have plenty of time to receive some healing if you would like. All right, so Rob, you're the first one. Oh, nice. Molly said, absolutely needed and powerful, felt a lot. Yes, please, and thank you. All right, so Molly, first up. This suits you, my dear. So here we have the inner child. So the inner child is within you, and this is a time to connect to all of the things that you would do as a child, all the playfulness, all the wonder, all the excitement. You and I were just having a conversation about this, I believe it was yesterday, about the inner child needing to come out and play and finding ways to do that. So I think of, swinging on a swing or going out outside when the weather is nice and doing that. But it can be coloring, or it can be anything that is creative for you. So make sure you get out and share some joy. She's really jumping and running and playing, and there's this beautiful rainbow behind her. So, and I can so see that for you. So make sure that you take some time to play with your inner child in the next few days. Because if we don't play with our inner child, they get cranky. And when they get cranky, oh, that's when we all have a difficult time, right? So make sure you take her out and play today, okay? And tomorrow. So Rob, yes, please, for me and Julie Hedges, if possible. Absolutely. I love the beautiful Julie Hedges. So Rob, this card is for you first. Your card is called Guidance, and I can't really see that very well. I'm still getting used to my cards and how they work. So Guidance is in the third eye. It's also, connected to the crown. And it's really about listening and paying attention to all the signs that you are being given. Sometimes we get used to looking for signs in one particular way, and the divine may be giving you a message in another way. So pay attention to things like if an animal crosses your path, that can be significant, especially if you take notice. If it comes to your attention that was a squirrel. I actually was in an appointment and a squirrel came right up to the window and sat there and looked like it was going to try to come inside. So I went back and looked at what that squirrel meant for me. It could be repetition of numbers, and you can look up, that's usually your angels trying to connect with you. I know you're somebody who loves music. I often get messages through music on the radio, or a song gets stuck in my head. And that phrase is particularly important, or that song is particularly important. So really look for the signs that you are being guided, and really, reach out to your spiritual mentors if you're not sure what the message means, or ask your guides to be clearer. I've had times where I've said, I know you're trying to teach me something or give me a message, but I just don't understand it. Could you please send it in a different way? And they will right away, because sometimes we can't quite figure it out. So reach out for other people, to help you as well. Get some love and direction on that. So Julie's card, very similar to yours, not surprising for her either, is the Divine Consciousness. This is all about the crown, Miss Julie. This is all about the expansion energy, the oneness and the light. I know you have been given some intense directions recently, or at least I got a sense of that from my guides. And so this is really calling you to upgrade your connection to the divine and how you share that in the expanse. Because we all have our own spiritual gifts, and sometimes we play small, and that's not a bad thing. We're still doing our gift. We're still doing what we're meant to do, but there's times when we're ready to do more. And I know that you've been called to do more with your voice, and I really can feel how that vibration is meant to work for you. So really take some time and get some clarity, spend some time in connection for yourself, and really know that the divine consciousness is flowing through you rapidly, and is really giving you some clarity if you can, allow that to happen. And lots of times we need to have sickness so we can make space in our energy body for that higher vibration to come in. And I know you've had difficulty with that recently, and a number of people had, and that's because we're all making room for higher messages and higher guidance to come in. So that one was for you. Lindsay, yes, please.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, nice. Yours is about sound. You should get together with Julie and Rob, because they have beautiful music. This is for you, all about sound. And what I'm getting from this is that, you have a lot of water energy. And so that is all about flow. Music is all about vibration and flow, and it really shifts our energy. When we cut music out of our lives, a part of our soul is crying out for that vibration, for that to be heard. And that can be, through many different ways. It can be listening to your favorite music, or energy music that will move the energy you need to move. It can be toning, it can be kirtan, it can be mantras, it can be anything that, you know, you see, but and even sometimes it can be silence, the power of nothing at all, and really being aware of the silence. So I'm really feeling like you need to bring some sort of vibration back into your being. Maybe you need to do some connecting to that, you know, on a daily basis as part of your meditation. But really look into adding music into your life in a more prominent way. All right, Karen. Oh, love this card. I pulled this card for myself the other day. So yours is self-expression. The bird kind of chirping out. That's also throat chakra. This is really about using your inner voice, becoming more of an individual and really vocalizing what you need, being more assertive about this is what I need and this is what I want. It's all around that boundary setting. But self-expression is really about your creativity. And I know you've been doing a lot more creative things lately. So really think about just owning that that's a huge part of who you are, expressing yourself. And when that gets contained in a little box, you get cranky. And you know this, when we get too thinking and we don't have any time to play, then we really have a hard time getting our needs met and allowing other people to see what we need, because we're not clear in how we are expressing it. So really get your voice going. But also I'm seeing, you know, things like you are making jewelry, and you've been working on doing journeying with the drums and creating new courses to teach people how to heal animals. I mean, those are all huge things, but they don't do us any good if you're not actually doing them. So get out there and start expressing yourself in those ways. All right, so Kimberly, for you and for Rich, I'll start with you. Oh, interesting, they pulled together. So yours is, ooh, this one could be fun. This is pleasure. This is all second chakra. So pleasure is about, you know, obviously it can be about sensuality and enjoyment, and it can be about indulging, but it's really about accessing that part of ourselves that feels all of our feelings and allowing us to have those feelings, like really enjoying food that, you know, so that when we eat it, we're like savoring every bite. And really enjoying the smell of the flowers and just being fully in the feelings. Because, you know, when we experience pleasure, then we're allowed to experience the fullness of joy. And we deny ourselves pleasure, then we really run into some difficulty. So yours is all about that, my dear. And it's also about accessing your inner beauty. Like really feeling connected to who you are. And I know you just had a baby. And so sometimes, you know, our sense of beauty can kind of change as our body is sort of, it morphs and then it has to morph back. So just really be gentle with yourself around that, but explore all the ways you can really dive into the fullness of your feelings. And so, Rich, your card that came up is the heart chakra. It's straight up the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is really about, you know, being in the fullness of the love energy. And it doesn't have to be love for other people. I'm feeling a lot of self-love that needs to happen here for you. And in addition to that, like being open to forgiving yourself, forgiving other people for situations and things that have happened, really having compassion for yourself, because we often are our own worst critics. We beat ourselves up and we blame and shame ourselves. And this is really about leaning into who you are and how you are meant to be on this earth, and just really finding a way to access, you know, all the love that you have to give and to share with others. And nothing brings that about more than having a new baby. It opens your heart up in a new way, and that just is something that, you can carry forward into other aspects of your life and really embrace the things that keep your heart open and really take a good look at the things that cause your heart to start to close, because we all have things that just, make us collapse our energy when we least expect it. All right, Mary Ellen. Oh, beautiful. So this one is the presence card. And in the presence card, this is really becoming aware of your surroundings, noticing things that are happening, and really tuning into the fine details. So as similar to the guidance, like paying attention to signs that are coming in, really focusing on the little details. The way I see it is, have you ever been in a place where you're watching a little kid look at something for the first time, and how curious they get and how attentive they get as they're trying to figure it out? So find some of that inner curiosity, that inner exploration, and use it more in your day-to-day life. We tend to walk through our life in, almost like a zombie mode, and we miss all the little things that are out there. And one of the things I'm sort of hearing for you is, I don't know if you already do this, if I'm reminding you, or if you've never done this before, but create for yourself a gratitude journal. When people are having a really hard time being in the moment, I invite them to do a gratitude journal. And what you do is, at the end of the day, you say everything that you were grateful for that day, or first thing in the morning, all the things that you're going to be grateful for, because we can all do that. And list at least 5 things, but if you can, 10 things every day that you're grateful for. And it will have you start looking for new things to be grateful for. And you'll start to become even more aware of what's going on around you. And that puts your essence, your presence, and it allows your inner child to kind of play as you walk through your life. So I encourage you to do that. What a great card. Oh, nice, Neshi. Miss Neshi would like a card. So here's your card, sweetheart. It's called Communication. And this is, again, all about self-expression. It's all about sharing. It's all about connection. Communication is huge. I mean, that's even in the title of your show, right? Communication from home. So this is a time for you to really use your voice. Star Nations has been changing and expanding in some beautiful ways, and you have been guided to make some changes and create some new opportunities for people. And so this is time for you to use your voice. And it's really interesting that you've been having trouble with your voice in the last few days. I'm wondering if you're still using those cough drops. But this is all about clearing all the things that were in your throat that were keeping you from expressing your authentic self, because now you've upgraded to a new self that is ready to take on a new challenge, a new chapter of your life. And so it's time to get out there and communicate what you need, what you want, and how you're going to bring that about. So I look forward to this because, you got big things coming, my dear. So that's great. Oh, welcome, Jen. I'm glad to see you here. Jen Carberry, her daughters used to dance with me when I had a dance studio. So here you go, my dear. You can see it almost looks like paper people. This is the connection card. And this is really remembering how interconnected we are. So many of us feel alone or feel like we're going through things all by ourselves. And what we don't realize is we're doing it as a planet, and that we're really all together. And, reach out to people when you feel that way, or reach out to the divine and really allow yourself to feel that you are part of a bigger whole. And I know that things have been very difficult for you in the past year or so, but know that there were some beautiful gifts that are meant to arise out of this, and you may not see them yet, but just really tap into your connection to the divine, and really know that there's so much love and support out there for you in so many different ways, including me, including this show. But, you live pretty close by. So, don't isolate. Really remember to be connected, and call on your peeps, And if you don't think you have peeps, then find new ones, because sometimes we go through a bunch of big change and we release a lot of toxic people out of our lives, and it's time to find new friends and new people to support us on our journey and our life. So I'm really glad you joined us tonight, Jen. I'm glad to see you here. All right, Margaret. Woohoo! This is the Desires card. Thank goodness she's covered just enough that I don't think I'm going to get yelled at. So this is all about fulfilling your desires. And this is all about setting goals and getting really clear and using your passion to make those goals and those desires come true. So if you wanted a new car, for instance, don't just say, I want a new car, but start looking at the color and the model and the make and how much you're willing to spend on a payment, and get really, really clear. And how are you going to make that happen? So find some deep desire that you've always wanted and maybe pushed aside for another day. And it's time to dig deep and find that and really bring it to the surface, because boy, there's a lot of passion behind this energy for you, and it's really ready to get moving. So I'm excited for you, because this really looks like, not only are you going to set these goals, but use the passion and direction, which will make them come to fruition really, really quickly for you. So use that. So that would be great. All right, Christina. Hi, dearest. Your card is faith. And this is all about, holding on to your spirituality the way you do it. Not the way somebody else wants you to do it, but your spirituality in your particular way. And really using the hope that can be created around that. And when we really hold on to our faith and we believe that the universe is there, the divine is there to love and support us in everything we do, then the divine shows up for us in the ways that we need it to. So don't forget to ask for what you need from the divine, and be really clear about that. You know how to do this really well. And when you hold on to that faith, it just increases your connection, and it increases the flow, and all of that can create energy around miracles. And I just feel like there's so much ready to shift for you around that. So yay, good luck with that. All right, Jacqueline. Oh, nice. This can be a good card too. Well, they're all good cards. So this one is called Personal Boundaries. And so personal boundaries can be a tough thing for most of us. But when we set them, then other people respect them. They may have difficulty with them initially because we've had weak boundaries for a long time. But this is about you asserting yourself and making a choice, saying, no, this behavior is no longer acceptable to me. This is what I need. And so it may feel, the assertiveness may come across as, being, cranky. But this is really about you setting boundaries so that you become more and more and more authentic. And so this is so cool because, I've done a lot of boundary setting this year. That's probably the one thing that I've done over and over again. And each time I set a boundary that felt like made my stomach nervous and I was worried about how the person was going to react, they were fine with it. And if they weren't fine with it, they were like, okay. And then they got fine with it because I was just clear. And I thought I was being mean or whatever. And most people were like, no, you were just clearly stating what you need and how you needed it. And it wasn't received that way because I was being authentic and I was being true. I wasn't being defensive. I wasn't being a bully. I was just saying, this is no longer acceptable for me. And so this is such a growth thing to do. When you start setting boundaries, it expands so much. And it also allows you, because I'm assuming you're empathic, it allows you to differentiate between your energy and somebody else's. And because when we don't have a good boundary on that, then we start to feel all of their feelings and actually will even take on their sickness because we don't have a boundary. So really set this up. It really impacts your immune system and helps you to be stronger in that way too. So really cool. So Molly said, perfect. So point on. Thank you. I played outside, read a few pages and sang on the pier today. It filled me right back up. Definitely needed more. Nice. Mary. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you. Mary is my daughter-in-law. How sweet. So you got gut instincts, my dear. This is great. This is like a perfect card for you. This is time for you to become the lion. And that lion is all about tapping into your intuition, tapping into what you're sensing, what you're feeling, and knowing what you know and trusting it. So when you really tap into those nudges and those vibes, you really can expand your perceptions. So one of the things that I teach my students at the school is that the more we use all of our senses, including our sixth sense, the more information we have to make decisions in our lives. So when we trust what our gut is saying, like, nope, don't do that, or yes, I need to do that, really going with that and allowing yourself space to do that. And that takes a little courage. That's where the lion comes in. But remember, the lion doesn't have to roar. It can sometimes be like the lion from The Wizard of Oz, right? Who was this gentle, wonderful beast who loved and supported everyone else. So really trust your intuition and your gut instincts and put them to work. So have fun with that. That's perfect. So Rob said, thank you for both of us. I know that is spot on for me. Messages have the poetic returning. Yeah, they really have been for me as well, Rob. Lindsay said, thank you. Oh, Margaret asked if I could pull a card for Bill, please. Absolutely. Sorry, I didn't see this sooner. All right, Bill. Yours is a very simple one. It's your third eye chakra. So that's the one that's in the middle of the forehead. And again, that's very similar to what I was just telling Mary. Really start opening your intuition, finding ways to trust that you actually are receiving it. People think coincidences are just that. But what if coincidences were you coming in sync with your intuition? And that's when you really have an expanded sense of self and a really expanded awareness of your surroundings, and find some ways to really tap into that energy. And if you need some guidance on how to do that, I have a few games that I give people that they can do to help expand their intuition, and I'd be happy to help. So have fun with that and really start tapping into that intuitive spirit. Oh, did I not pull one for Cindy Lynn and Ryan? Okay. So I'm going to do these quick because I know I'm running over. So Cindy Lynn, yours is inspiration. And inspiration is literally that. It's time to allow the ideas and the brainstorming to happen. Really tap into your intuition, but really think about those aha moments and allowing that spark to guide you in new ways, because the intuition is really coming online for you and it's here to help you take action. So inspiration is intuition that is you're ready to take action on. So it may be a brand new idea. It might be a picture. It might be, oh, we should go out to dinner tomorrow. Whatever that is, use those inspiration moments and allow the divine to send you gifts through them, because that's always a gift when the intuition comes in. So for Ryan, oh, this one's cute. This one is Will. It looks like a little turtle. And so will is all about, again, it's about expression, but this is all about be careful. We use our will to get through things. And our will is meant to give us direction in our life. It's not meant to be pushed and forced through on our lives. So as you're doing your self-expression, really take a moment to check in to see if you're in your flow or you're trying to make it happen. So that's the key. If you think you're trying to make something happen, step back and breathe into it and see if there's a way that the divine can guide you through it. Because when we try to make things happen, we actually cause some resistance, and then that actually slows it down from truly happening. And that's what happens when we use too much of our will and we put too much emphasis on it's all up to us. Hand some of the energy over the divine and let them help out. So Karen said thank you. Kimberly said thank you. Mary Ellen. Hi, Jen. Glad to see you. Oh, Neshi says communication, a beautiful way to use my voice. Thank you, Polly Jo, for bringing the message. You are so welcome. I really look forward to that. And Jen said, thank you. It was good to hear what you shared, and you are so welcome. Remember, we're only a call away. Lisa, you would like a card as well. Ooh, this one's nice. This one is choice. Okay. So let me put Lisa up here so she knows it's hers. So choice is your card. And choice is all about the fact that we have free will. In every moment, we choose our circumstances. We choose the entire life that we're living. We're not a victim. We get to really take charge. So this is all about... I'm looking at the horse because it's giving me some information. This is all about having the courage to take action and really move forward and create change. So as you are coming up against things that, you know, may feel overwhelming, may feel like, you know, are happening to you, take a deep breath and know that somehow you need this change to happen. It's a really tough thing. I've had a lot of this recently. And so I encourage you to really tap into your inner courage and use the strength that lies within there and create change in your life, because the choice is up to you. Are you going to stay the same? You're going to stay stuck? Or are you going to breathe in and allow for new possibilities to come in? So, you know, take charge. You know, I see you sort of like charging forward on that horse and really creating a whole new path at a very rapid rate, by the way. So breathe into that as that's occurring. Oh, so she said, I'm going through life changes presently and I'm very alone. I'd love a card, please. So wasn't that perfect for you? As you're going through these life changes, really lean in. I went through quite a few very recently from this fall into this winter, and some of them were extremely painful. But some gorgeous, beautiful new energy is coming out of it. And I may not have liked how I went through the initiation of change, but now on the other side of it, I am so thankful because it's created some amazing opportunities and beautiful new relationships for me. So I hope that for you. Jacqueline said it was a good card for her. And thank you, Neshi, for allowing me to go over. I lose track of time. Margaret said, thank you. Christina, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. All right, looks like I got everybody who's here tonight. So thank you for checking into Soul Connections. Remember that tomorrow morning, the beautiful Meg has her show at 9 o'clock in the morning. And in my channel head, I can't remember except that it's 55 weeks of prayer and intention. And it is quite life-changing. It's a beautiful way to start the morning off. So if you guys would like a jump start to your day, check out Meg in the morning. And as always, thank you to Star Nations for being the platform for us healers to really step into our gifts and be there for you. And with that, I'm going to wish you all a really good night and catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.